clubs need to get back to stop charging women or overcharging women at the clubs, because sooner or later it's going to be a sausage fest. And he's correct. If the clubs keep charging women $40, $60 to get into the club, or the exact same amount that they are charging men, and they are also charging 2K, 3 bands on sessions, sooner or later, yes, in fact, the clubs will just be men. And the men in the comments were literally saying that he is pandering. The man in the comments was literally pissed off that he said that the actual quantity that literally drives men to the club should not be paying to get in the club, because men pay to see women. And the men said that that's not fair. Y'all want equality, so now y'all are paying the exact same amount. And they're saying this man is pandering. They're saying that this man... And I am genuinely perplexed. And I don't like to be like one of the homophobic women warriors. But is that not gay? Is it not gay to be opposed of club promoters not overcharging women to get in the club so you can see good, some fat asses, bodacious, beautiful faces that look like Amazonians, stallions, in the club for free?
Well, we have to think about this. Should women be charged the same price as men to get in the clubs? Today's women, yes. Why? It's because today's women say, I don't need a man. I can do it all by myself. So today's women need to be charged to get in the club. It's because the women put themselves in that position. Back in the day, women were women. They wanted to be taken care of. They wanted to get things for free, so men treat them as such. But today's women don't act like that. I'm independent. I'm a boss. I don't need no man. That's what they do. And then when they get to the club, they say, I should get in for free. Wait. You asked to be independent. You asked to be respected for your money. So you can't be respected on this side, but then you want free on this side. So who actually messed up the club culture was women and their mentality. If women were happy to be women, then they will get all of the benefits of being a woman. But what you see today, these women want to be men. They want to be the ones with the money, the control, and all of that. So that's cool. Now that we know you got money, you got to pay to get in the club. That's the reason why the club culture went down. It's because of women. They don't want to be women. You want to be a boss. You want to do all of this, but you want certain things for free. But you want a man to take care of you, but you say you want to be independent. Which one is it? Back in the day, women were women. They love being spoiled. They love getting into things for free. They knew that the reason why I'm in here for this club for free is because I'm a woman. Because why? Women drive sales, right? Women not buying stuff in the club. That's the thing. You guys say you're independent. You guys say you got all this money. You guys say you want to be respected for your profession, your degree, all of these things. That's what you guys say. And we're doing that. So we're respecting you as the nightclub by making you pay. Guess what you guys wanted? But what we're starting to see is that the women get to the club, they're not buying drinks. I thought they had money, Marcus. I thought they did too. That's what the clubs are saying. We see what you're saying on social media. So obviously you a baller. Obviously you a boss. Obviously you got it. So you don't need us to get you in for free. But the number one, purchaser of everything in the clubs is the male, because he's buying it for the females. But now what's happening? These women that they say they ballers, these women that they say they're independent with the degrees and all of that, they're broke. They can't even afford to get into the club. So in return, what happens? Who's still in the club? The men, because the men can afford to get in the club. So that's the problem. Women need to go back to their mentality. They need to go back to being a woman and stop going out there on social media saying you don't need a man. Because you know why? Men are listening. Oh, she don't need a man, so I don't need to take care of her. I don't need to buy her a drink. I don't need to do none of that. I don't need to get her in for free because she says she's independent. So women got to look at the mirror and look at themselves and say, we did create this. You want to be independent. You want to be respected. You want to have all this money. Okay, you got all of that. So when it comes to the club, you wanted to get in for free because you're a woman? That don't add up. It's too complex. What I always tell people, if it's complex, somebody's getting done wrong. And in that retrospect, it's the men. We gonna let you do your thing, get your money, all of that, but in the club, we're gonna let you in for free, and then I'm gonna buy you drinks? No, you just said online that you're independent. You got all this money by yourself. You don't need a man. So I will treat you as such. See, women don't like that. They're not running the okie doke no more. Men are just like, okay, you got it. I'll leave you alone. That's the reason why you got the passport, bros.
All they have to do is pay for their drinks. Is it not gay to be pissed off at that and talk about how unfair? Is that not gay?
It's not gay at all. No.
Is that not gay, y'all? Like, certain really do perplex the fuck out of me of the things that men do. Like, the way he currently has almost close to 900 comments. And all of those comments are men trashing him for saying that women should be able to get in the club for free. Mind y'all, this is not a new concept. This is not a foreign concept. Women getting in the club for free has been a thing for eons almost.
It hasn't been the thing for eons. Yes, it has. It has. But today's women is not the women of the past. That's what you got to compare. I think that's where she's missing it. And I like this creator too. She's very spirited. The women of today aren't like the women in the past. The women in the past wanted to be catered. They wanted to be taken care of. They expected everything to be taken care of from them. They never went out there and said, a man got to do, or I'm going to do this. A man, I don't need. Look at the 80s, look at the 70s, look at the 60s, look at the 90s, look at the early 2000s. It switched recently, right? Where these women, that's the reason why. That's the reason. Follow when the club started going down. It's not the economy. It's that women said, we are bosses. We don't need a man. So the clubs was like, cool, pay this $60 to get in. Pay for this table. Women back in the day were getting in for free tables, free drinks. They used to get it all. It's why? It's because of what they were saying. They were happy being feminine and they were good and okay with not being so masculine. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with the men attacking the other guy. No. I'm just talking to you as an intellect. And like I said on No Filter Morning Show, I talk about the money. The women's mentality has messed up the money for the nightclubs. If the women go out there and say, man, I would love for it. If a woman just changed the whole thing as far as saying, you need a man. I would love to go out with a man. I would love to see a man at the club. The nightclub industry would get better. That's why I tell you that women have so much power. But when you guys saying, I don't need a man and all of this, then okay, pay for to get in. Pay for that drink. Pay for that table. Because you say you're independent. You say you got all this money.
This is a new concept where women are now paying equal to what men pay to get in the club. This is a new concept because of greed. No. Women getting in free. Shots being free for women. This has always been a thing.
It's always been a thing, yep.
And we have men competing. Y'all.
We have women competing with men. That's what it is. Men always going to compete with one another. Men never wanted to compete with women. But women always wanted to compete with men. That's what's messing everything up. There's nothing wrong as a woman competing with other women. That's cool. I get it. Yeah, do what you got to do. But now women are trying to step in, or not trying, they are stepping into the realm of men, and they're trying to take the role of a man. That's what it is. When we look at it, that's what messed up everything, right? They want to compete with a man. So a man is looking at you like, well, if you competing with me, if you say you got money like me, then you have to do like me. Pay for everything. Pay for your own. I pay for my own. You pay for your own. That's when women get upset. Wait. I'm a woman, though. But no, you're in my realm. You're competing with me now. I don't look at you as somebody that is a friend. I look at you as somebody that's competing against me. So now the rules have changed. We go to the club. You pay for yours. I pay for mine. Oh, Marcus, that's not right. But you're a man. Nah. These women, they acting like men. And these men are holding women accountable. That's what you got to understand. That's the reason why the nightclub went down. It's because these women's mentality has changed. They say they don't need men, until it's time to pay for something. And men, what they're starting to do is say, no, 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 no. You say you're independent. You say you got money. Put up or shut up. Because if you can't pay to play in my realm, in my arena, then go back to the other arena and understand your role. That's all it is. That's the reason why the club culture went down. It's because what women are saying on social media. That's what I'm telling y'all. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, going to keep this thing rocking. Hit the notification bell to see all the new videos. Appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you tap into the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:21 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tap in, man. Tap in. I appreciate you guys' support. And to the haters. To the haters. Every time you hate, it gives me a little bit more energy. I do it for the haters. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.